Okay. Well, my first attempt at a video this morning was to try to show how to change a boot on a CV axle on that axle I took out of this thing. Well, that just made a mess and didn't work, so I'm going to do something else that actually needs to be done. Last week while I was driving, I noticed that this key started flopping around. It still works, but it's lost its something. The spring is clipped, the spring is broken. It's not that big a deal, but one thing I noticed when I was looking for my steering column parts is a lot of these vehicles in the pull-aparts have these buttons removed and all of the wiring. Obviously, this is a fairly common problem, or the whole thing just goes out. And so what I'm going to do today is try to make a video about how to get in there, remove them, because my junk truck has good ones. This is still good, because it's got half the mileage on it. And clean them up, and then reinstall them in here, so I can get that working properly. Again, it's minor, but it's something I saw that a lot of people are trying to do, I think. So the first thing you got to do, you got to get back here, pop those covers off, and I believe it's an 8mm nut that holds the airbag in. So I'm going to go get that. Alright, so we're going to start on the junk truck because I'm on a roll of breaking stuff, and if I can't get this off without breaking it, there's no reason. There she goes. Yep, there it is, 8mm. Alright, so you get in there and got your 8mm. That's all it is. And then you repeat that for the one on the other side. As you can see, the screw is kind of angled. It's not straight back. There it is. And now the airbag comes out. Now, I have never disconnected the battery when I've worked on airbags. It's probably not a bad idea, but it hasn't bit me yet. So these just squeeze, drop it. That first one I disconnected was the airbag. This is the horn. This one's a little different. Kind of got to get in there with the little screwdriver, pop it apart. Have fun with that later. So, now, let's get rid of this glare. What we have is these switches, which I am not 100% sure how they are attached. So I am going to have to figure out how those come out, and then we will let you know. But you can see all the little wires. It's just this one plug and this wiring harness. Looks like it has the horn goes with it, but it's just this one little plug in this wiring harness. So if you can get this off without damaging it, how, I don't know, but oh, I think I can see it. It appears that there's a clip in here needs to be unclipped to release it. And it's hard to tell from the wires. That clip appears to be on both sides. Oh. And it is. So sure enough, that clip is on both sides, and once you break it, it'll come out. So I'm going to try to use a little bit more finesse without the camera to get these other two off. But you should be able to see them in there. Those are the two clips that hold it in, and then it pushes out. As luck would have it, I didn't break the one that I needed. And hopefully it goes in there pretty snug, but this one came out pretty well. And it still feels good. And what I'm hoping, since this is just clipped together, and these, you can see this is a clip here, and this is a clip in here. I'm kind of hoping that I may be able to swap this housing out with the one on my truck and fix it. So we will see. But that's where we're going next. Next thing we're going to do is just cut these tie wraps. Unplug this plug, which is just squeeze it and pull, hopefully. Yep, nothing to it. And then we're gonna go get a nipper, cut these tie wraps, bring them over to my car, and start over there. Alright, so it looks to be exactly the same, except I've got a floppy switch. So now we've got it unplugged, so we're gonna cut the million tie wraps. And unplug it out of the clock spring. There she is. Alright, so now that that's done, got our parts, we will clip in. There's no good way to rebuild this, so the fact that I broke it sucks, because that's going to flop around. But I will tie wrap these wires down good, and that's actually going to hold it in. So put that in like that. Get this one outside of there. Flip that around. And that should do it. Now we're just going to put our tie wraps back in, reconnect our airbag and our horn, take it out for a test drive. That should do it. And that is how you change your switches. Just be very careful with the plastic because it is brittle. Use two hands. Don't try to do it while you're filming, otherwise you'll screw it up. So anyway, we're going to give it a test and then we will let you know what happened. The little lights actually still come on that I've tested, and you can't see them in the light in daytime, but they do come on. And the other nice thing is the horn covers up the outer part of that case. So even when I broke that clip, because I'm an idiot, with the wires tied down and now the horn covering over the top of it, she runs pretty good. So now we're going to take it out for a drive and see how she acts. Now I'm not exactly sure at what speed cruise control is active, so we'll push on. I've always hated that this truck doesn't have any indication that the cruise control is on or off. There's no dash light or anything. It's always worked, but I don't believe that it was ever supposed to have that. So I think it's 25, which is kind of where my speed limit is in here, so. Yep. Very good. There she goes. Tap the brake, cancel, resume. Up. Yeah, it can't resume below 25, but we'll try to get it back up to speed and hit resume. Okay. Yeah, that'd be hilarious if the resume button doesn't work, since that's the one that was broken on mine. Alright, we'll get it up to maybe 26 or 27 and see what we can do. Alright, it's set. Tap the brakes, resume. Very nice. Off. Beauty. And they work. So good. Don't have a floppy switch anymore. Everything still works. We're in good shape. So that's how you change out your cruise control switches on 97 to certainly 04 F-150 and probably Expeditions, maybe even Excursions. Talk to y'all later.